You fill me in.
You got to stick with the game plan. And, you know, Charles knows getting to the NBA Finals, myself being on teams that got to the finals, win championships, the one thing that you have to do is stick to the game plan from night to night. Tonight, the San Antonio Spurs did not stay with the game plan. They abandoned it when guys were driving the lanes and got a couple of layups. Then the crowd got into it. They were still only down 5 or 6 points, but they got a little bit anxious. Then they started to help. And when you go help against the Rockets, they make you pay. They pitch and they find those three-point shooters, and they get Eric Gordon and they get Lou Williams off. They were able to do that by pitching and getting those guys going. And then they started creating shots. So they started creating. You have to stick with the game. You know what? I'm going to give a couple layups. I'm going to give a couple crowd oohs and ahs. Guys are going to get dunked on here and there. But at the end of the game, at halftime, it was 53-57. And then when they abandoned that, you go away.
Yeah, but Mike D'Antoni said something. I always listen when the coaches are talking, because they in a 7-game series, you find some things. Like last game, starting Murray kept Patty Mills in his normal position. And so that's why the Spurs played really well. I think starting Garden in the second half really changed the Rockets. They were down 4 at halftime, but Gordon started playing well. It gives them another ball handler who can create his own shot when they're trying, because he can go around you if you play him on the front line. Now, Ryan Anderson can't do that. Ariza doesn't really do that. But Eric Gordon can create his own shot. So that's something they found. They got, because he said, I started Gordon in the second half because they were sticking to the three-point shooters like Kenny said. But Gordon played well because he can put it on the floor.
Best 2 out of 3 with 2 games in San Antonio now. Who wins the series?
Whoever wins the next game.
Ooh, that's simple to you?
I do. I think whoever wins the next game will win the series. You know, the Rockets lost a golden opportunity in Game 3. They could have put their foot in their neck up 3-1. But there's so much pressure on Kawhi Leonard. I've never seen a Spurs team play like this. They never get a ball to one guy and let him make plays. They've always, you pick it, you hear. But Kawhi Leonard, because...
Well, part of that is missing Tony Parker now, too.
True, but Tony Parker was not playing great anyway, Ernie, in fairness. Because you go back, listen, Tony Parker had a couple good games against Memphis, but he wasn't playing great. Kawhi Leonard has been a one-man wrecking crew. Now, so can he keep doing that is the key.
Well, I wouldn't say it's as simple as the next game. The one thing that I probably would look for is what Murray and what Mills do. And when I say what they do, not offensively and scoring, but creating a pace and creating space. So those are the 2 things I look.
Murray played okay tonight.
Yeah, he played okay tonight. But I also thought even the game that they won, I thought he played okay, but I thought Patrick Beverley made him uncomfortable. As I watched it, I said, he doesn't look comfortable. Things are happening.
He makes a lot of guys that way.
Right, he made him uncomfortable.
Also, in fairness, it was at first really...
Without question.
First,
so that's, to me, is
first start
dictate.
in the playoffs on the road, he's going to be a little nervous.
Yeah, some guys look good, some guys uncomfortable, some guys, they shine in those moments, you know, but that's what I'm looking for, to see the comfortability now going back to San Antonio.
But in fairness, they do have a huge advantage.
Going back home.
Yeah, playing at home, they're going to be comfortable at home.
125-104 is the final.